No, the north looks good.
Call to order Town of Prescott Valley Special Town Council meeting, August 18th, 2022. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Kinzinger.
Present.
Councilmember Dickinson.
Here.
Councilmember Hepperly is not here today. Councilmember Schumacher.
Present.
Councilmember Packard.
Present.
Vice Mayor Hunt.
Present.
Mayor Palguda.
Present.
We have a quorum.
Thank you, ma'am. Moving on to item 2, consent agenda. All matters listed under the consent agenda are considered routine by the Town Council and will be enacted by one motion. There will be no separate discussion of these items. If discussion is desired, that item will be removed from the current agenda or the consent agenda and will be considered separately for discussion and possible action. Council, we've all had a chance to review. If there's any questions, we can address it now with the clerk. If not, I'll entertain a motion.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the consent calendar.
I'll need a second.
I did.
I'd do it if I could get there.
Appears that we have one. Clerk, please call the vote. And ma'am, just so you know, I have to go voice vote.
I do too because I'm not in.
Mayor Palguda.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Hunt.
Yes.
That passes, Mayor.
Thank you, ma'am. Item 3, new business for review, comment, possible action. Official canvass of the Town of Prescott Valley primary election held August 2nd, 2022. Consideration of possible action. Clerk, are you going to start us off, or is Mr. Davidson just going to lead us?
Mr. Mayor, I will just quickly walk us through a presentation, highlight of this, and I am not Fatima, but I will do my best. Do you know who that is? Okay. So just our primary election result comparison from 2020 election to this year's. You can see that we've had increases in voter turnout, both in active registered voters, the number of ballots that were taken out, and then our mail-in ballots, which is the primary way that individuals vote within the community. And basically what this results in is that there's no need for a runoff, which if we go to the next slide.
There you go.
This is how we derive the majority vote formula. So for the office of mayor, it's basically the number of votes cast for the mayor divided by 1 in this case, and then divide that by 2. So the majority to win would have been 5,901. And for the office of town council is the total number of votes cast in that. There happened to be 2 seats open. So that's the 20,984 divided by 2, divide that by 2, and that creates a majority of 5,246. And so these are the actual results that came in. For Mayor, Kel Palguda received 11,802, clearly surpassing the majority needed. And then for the 2 council member positions, Kendall Schumacher received 10,447, clearly above the threshold, and then Michael Greer also surpassing the majority threshold. And then this is just let me pause right there if any questions on the numbers, how they're calculated. This last sheet or page is just some reminders. We do have a general election. This is very important for our community. We obviously we've filled the council seats, which is really important, but we also have a very important community item, and that's the general plan, and we need to make sure that people are engaged in that process as well. So that'll be November 8th, and it's for the Prescott Valley General Plan 2035. The last day to register to vote is October 11th, and then early voting will begin October 12th, and then last day to vote early in person will be November 4th.
What was our turnout here in town, Art?
Mayor, Councilmember Packard, our total participation, total number of votes?
I believe you had it on the first slide.
First slide.
Yeah, you did, and I didn't see it, yeah.
So active registered was the 30,000, and then ballots cast was 15,327.
Right around 50%.
About 50. How about the county? Was it about the same?
Mayor, Councilmember, I don't have what the county's vote tallies were.
That's low turnout, by the way.
Which tends to be in an off year that way.
We can generally hit 80.
51%.
Okay.
For Prescott Valley, it was 51%. 51.01%.
Thank you.
We have any other questions for Mr. Davison? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
Well, Mr. Mayor, if I could
yes,
just speak
Mr. Legler, you had
briefly.
something to add.
As you know, the statutes require the town to meet and to canvass the vote and to take an official vote by resolution to adopt the canvass. Has to be done within a certain period of time after the election. And generally, we get a packet from the county that has all of the information on it. And you get this slight report, and then you go ahead and adopt it, and we're good. That makes it official. Just 2:34 this afternoon, the county sent us an email that said there's a slight change in the number. Okay, it has nothing to do with the results. It has nothing to do with the with who got elected, but there's a small clerical statistical error in the canvass documents related to the eligible voter numbers. And that's because there were 235 federal-only voters throughout the county, and those were inadvertently included in the totals. And so that needs to be taken out, and that will just change by a minuscule amount the total number of eligible voters. But that does mean that the document that you're adopting right now may have a change of, 5, 10, or something like that. So the deputy clerk has prepared a slight change to your proposed vote. So we'll be adopting the document that the county's given us, but we'll be acknowledging that there might be a very slight change in the number, and we'd like you to agree that we can adopt that because it's such a minuscule change. We can go ahead and do that without having to meet again, and we can meet our statutory deadline. So if you're okay with that, we'd like to propose that motion.
So, Mr. Legler, just whoever's making a motion will make the motion based off of the possibility of a change as mentioned by you.
Yes. And in fact, I think Caitlin has actually changed the vote in your...
She has right here with any.
So if you'll go ahead and read that motion,
Great.
That would take care of
If
it.
we can get a motion read.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to authorize the mayor or in his absence, the vice mayor, to sign resolution number 2022-2271, setting forth the official returns of the August 2nd, 2022 primary election with any minor corrections as presented by the county as of August 18, 2022 by electronic vote.
Can I have a second?
I did.
Clerk, please call the vote.
Vice Mayor Hunt,
Yes.
Mayor Palguda.
Yes.
That passes.
Thank you, ma'am. Moving on to item 4, can I get a motion to adjourn?
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Clerk, please call the vote.
Voice vote, I'm sorry. Councilmember Kinzinger,
Yes.
Councilmember Dickinson,
Yes.
Councilmember Schumacher,
Yes.
Councilmember Packard,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Hunt,
Yes.
Mayor Palguda.
Yes.
That passes.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks for coming out, bearing with us during this marathon meeting.
Sounds like we have a word from